We are live inside the Sullivan Center here at the University of St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois, where tonight the Fighting Saints take on the Titans of Indiana University South Bend in a CCAC matchup. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Terry Bonadonna on the call for today's game. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineups for tonight. First for the visitors from South Bend, the Titans roll with four guards: Paige Avery, Vicky Gard, Jess Alexander, and Kylie Kubik. Their lone forward is Tatiana Goodson, the 5'9" junior. For St. Francis, the guards are Ivana Markovic and Kamari Jordan. Nicole Davidson and Paige Gieske are the forwards. And at center, Caitlin Aylward. It is Gieske on the tip, though, and winning it back to Kamari Jordan as we are underway. Saints going from right to left on your screen here in the first half, wearing gold. Titans are in black, going from left to right. Kamari Jordan misses on the early three-pointer, and it's rebounded by South Bend. This is Paige Avery, senior out of Mishawaka, Indiana, leading the charge for the Titans. She picks up her dribble at the top and bounces off to the left side. Titans working around the perimeter. Vicky Gard starts to drive, spins around Gieske, gets to the hoop, but misses off the glass. Long rebound, tapped out to Kamari Jordan. Jordan running one-on-one here. To the basket, lays it up and in. St. Francis strikes first today, thanks to Kamari Jordan. Out on the break. She did not have any help from her teammates, but recognized with only one defender in front of her. She thought she could beat her, and did. 2-0 St. Francis. Here come the Titans. Jess Alexander hands it off. This is Vicky Gard. Gard drives to her right, bounces back to Alexander. Here's a drive on Markovic. Back outside. Kylie Kubik with 5 on the shot clock. Out to Gard for 3. She drains it. Vicky Gard gives South Bend their first points of the game, and naturally their first lead of the game, 3-2, 8.5 minutes to play, first quarter. This is Paige Gieske for the Saints. Off to Kamari Jordan. Jordan splits the defense, floats it towards the hoop, and comes up a little short. Going the other way, Vicky Gard of the Titans. Gard throws it away, intercepted by Gieske. Gieske 1-on-3, takes it around Alexander, lays it up and misses. Rebound picked up by Alexander. Alexander is poked away by Gieske, and Aylward there to pick up the loose ball. So Gieske made the mistake on the offensive end just a moment ago, but Saints get it right back, and they'll get to set up the possession. Here's Nicole Davidson out to Jordan. Markovic, right wing, 11 to shoot. Well defended. Markovic cuts it back to the right, passes to Gieske, into Aylward, off the glass and in with a foul. Beautiful find. Paige Gieske picks up the assist, and Caitlin Aylward goes to the free throw line looking for a three-point play. Foul goes up against Jess Alexander. That's the first of the game. Nice possession for St. Francis. And it's even nicer now. 3 points on the play. Caitlin Aylward, who had 22 in the Saints' loss against Robert Morris on Saturday, has her first 3 tonight. Alexander drives around Aylward, dishes it out, and a foul call. Offensive foul on Jess Alexander. She drove and kicked into the corner. Paige Gieske was able to stand in and take the charge. And Alexander whistled for her second in just 2.5 minutes of game time. That's early trouble for South Bend. Aylward's pass is tipped, but Jordan does pull it in. Jordan backs it out, off to Markovic. Drive to the left side. Markovic back around to Nicole Davidson. 7 to shoot. Davidson whips it in for Aylward against a double team. Aylward scores. Nicole Davidson picks up the assist, but how about Caitlin Aylward against 2 defenders? Freed herself for an open shot. Foul is called prior to Tatiana Goodson's shot there. That's on the floor, and it goes on Nicole Davidson, the first on the Saints. Jess Alexander has 2 fouls for South Bend. She's still in the game. Steve Bruce has not made a move to the bench yet. Gard off the inbounds play. Pulls it to the top of the key. Here's Kylie Kubik off to Alexander. Vicky Gard over to Kubik. Alexander nearly lost it, but she chases it down before it was able to reach the sideline. Here's a drive on Aylward, who reaches her hand in and draws the held ball. Possession arrow faces South Bend. So they'll get to keep the ball, but a really nice defensive play by Aylward just the same. So that'll reverse the possession arrow if nothing else. And Paige Avery inbounds it to Vicky Gard. Back to Avery, 6 to shoot. Avery crosses over to the left, driving on Gieske. Floats it off the glass and in. Just before the shot clock went out, South Bend back on the board. Nice drive by Avery. Here's a nice pass to Gieske, who finishes underneath. Kaylin Aylward having a nice game so far. She picks up the assist there to go along with 5 points. And Gieske has her first 2 on the board. 4-point lead, St. Francis. Markovic hounding Avery. Out to Alexander, who misses the 3-pointer long. Gieske pulls down the board. Saints working quickly on offense along the baseline. It's Aylward, one bounce up, around, and no. Rebounded by Goodson. Titans have the ball, down by 4, just about 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Kylie Kubik. Off to Paige Avery. Avery bounces into the corner. 6 to shoot. It's Gard. Out to Kubik. Kubik drives with 3 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper short. Rebounded by Gieske. And as usual, Gieske pulls it down and runs. Bounced ahead to Markovic. This is Kamari Jordan all alone for 3. Can't connect. Offensive rebound. Aylward, second chance good. Caitlin Aylward has been all over the floor here in the first quarter. That's 7 points for the sophomore. Kubik off to Avery, who misses the 3. Davidson battling for the rebound. She's fouled from behind by Tatiana Goodson. And South Bend will make a couple of substitutions here. So they pull Taylor Wesley into the game for the first time. Wesley is joined into the game by Kylie Fearman. Jess Alexander with her 2 fouls checks out, as does Kylie Kubik. Saints make a sub as well. Leah Sims is on for Paige Gieske. There's Aylward again. Aylward moving great without the basketball tonight, and her teammates have consistently found her. Gieske picked up a nice assist earlier. Davidson had one. That time the pass came from Kamari Jordan. 8-point lead for St. Francis. Here's a drive with the left hand. Vicky Gard comes up short on the layup attempt. Nicole Davidson gets the rebound, and the Saints are running again. Sims traveled, and that's a turnover. Sloppy mistake that time by the freshman Leah Sims. She was undefended, but she took a little skip before bouncing that ball off to Jordan. 4:10 to play, first quarter. 8-point lead, St. Francis. Paige Avery will try to cut into that a little bit. Off to Goodson. On the right side, this is Fearman. Taylor Wesley with 15 seconds gone from the shot clock. Wesley backs it up, now dribbles around to the left side, handed off to Vicky Gard. Gard wants the lane. Fade away with the right hand, no, rebounded by Davidson. Gard's done a nice job of driving, but just has not been able to get a clean look in the paint. Saints defense has been excellent in the first period. Davidson, right wing. Looking inside for Aylward, out in front of her a little bit. Aylward passes it out to Markovic, who misses on the 3. Aylward gets the rebound. Second offensive rebound of the game for Caitlin Aylward, and the Saints reset. Here's Leah Sims. Swung around to the right wing, Ivana Markovic. Markovic, hounded by Paige Avery, gets rid of the ball and finds Kamari Jordan. Leah Sims, long 3, off the mark. Rebound, Aylward back up, blocked by Gard. Aylward gets it again and scores on the third chance. 2 points, 2 rebounds on that possession for Aylward. who is just adding to her monster first quarter, and now a steal for Aylward. She jumps into the passing lane and takes it away from Avery, but gives it right back. Looking for Markovic, it's intercepted by Avery. Three-point attempt from guard, no in transition, but an offensive rebound. Goodson misses from the baseline, another offensive board. This time it's Avery. And Paige Avery will slow things down a little bit. Back out to the top of the key. Hand it off to guard. Guard finds Wesley working around the perimeter, guarded by Aylward. Cuts back to the left, misses the runner. It's rebounded by Davidson. 15-5, St. Francis on top with the ball. This is Nicole Davidson shoveling it off to Aylward underneath. Blocked, gets it back, and this is her second chance. Aylward's missed a couple of bunnies down low. She's typically made up for it with some excellent offensive rebounding, but that time the Saints come up empty. Titans in possession. This is Avery going up against Markovic and turned away by Ivana Markovic. The junior guard in transition, flips it off to Jordan. Kamari Jordan banks it home and draws the foul. The Saints have come out on fire today. They lead 17-5, and that's the second foul on Tatiana Goodson. So Goodson checks out, but Jess Alexander is coming back in, and Alexander has two fouls as well. Timeout called, 1:39 to play first quarter, and so far it's been all St. Francis. They've gone on a 15-2 run after the early 3-2 deficit, and star of the game by far, Caitlin Aylward, 11 points, 5 rebounds, decent totals for a game. That's what she's done in the first 8.5 minutes of this game. Mari Jordan's got 4 points. Nicole Davidson has 4 rebounds, and the Saints, who do not have more than 1 assist from any single player, have 5 assists total on 8 made baskets. So they're looking good in the early going today, and you know, Steve Brooks is happy to see that because he was not happy with the way things turned out in their most recent game on Saturday. Surprising 67-60 loss against Robert Morris. In a game that the Saints led pretty much the entire way, they gave it up in the fourth quarter. So today, they'd like to play a full 40 minutes. It's been a very hot start, but a long way to go in this one. Kamari Jordan at the free throw line as we continue play. Jess Alexander back in the game for Indiana South Bend. Taitlin Trenshaw, the freshman, is in as well, along with Vicky Gard. Kylie Fearman as Jordan makes the free throw. Lauren Vukovic is in as well for South Bend. St. Francis has made a few substitutions. Adriana Acosta, Maddie Kennedy are in the game, as is Cody Brand. So right now, Kamari Jordan is the only starter on the floor. Drive and kick, this is Fearman. Getting inside, Leaner, no, but she's fouled by Cody Brand. Fearman was playing a little bit out of control right there, but she got away with it because she was able to draw the contact. And now to the free throw line where South Bend tries to cut into a substantial early lead. Fearman hits it on the first free throw. Kylie Fearman, freshman from Griffith, Indiana. One of a few players on this team from Lake Central High School. 78% foul shooter. And she improves on that number by hitting 2 of 2 on this possession. 18-7, Saints basketball. It's Kamari Jordan off to Maddie Kennedy. Kennedy crosses over to the left, dishes off to Acosta, who traveled. Adriana Acosta shuffled her feet before taking her first dribble there. It's the second traveling violation against St. Francis, but all in all, not a bad first quarter in terms of turnovers. I believe that's just their 3rd in total. This is Kylie Kubik. Kubik dishes off to Vukovic. Baseline jumper misses. And Acosta comes down with the rebound. Under a minute to play in the first period. Jordan up top to Acosta. Back over to Jordan on the right wing. Maddie Kennedy, open look from 3-point range. Banks it in. Maddie Kennedy has her first three. Saints lead by 14. Walking it to the left side is Trenshaw. He bounces off to Alexander. Jess Alexander drives, fouled by Cody Brand. And in just a minute of action, Brand has now picked up 2 fouls. 10.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Alexander has 2 free throws coming her way. Jess Alexander, a good free throw shooter at 75%. As a team, as she misses the first, South Bend is hitting 77% of their free throws. Very good shooting team, at least from the line. But 0 of 2 on this possession. Saints have 10 seconds to make their move. Leah Sims, 5 on the clock. Sims dribbling off to the left, dishes out to Acosta for 3. No good, and that will end the first period of play here at St. Francis. Great start for the Fighting Saints at the end of 10 minutes of play. It's 21-7. The Titans trailing. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Stick around. St. Francis basketball leading by 2 touchdowns. Second quarter just about set to begin. Domination from the Fighting Saints so far. They lead by 14, and frankly, South Bend's lucky to be that close. Saints are shooting 45%. The Titans 15%, just 2 of 13. St. Francis has out-rebounded South Bend 16-7. And so far, Caitlin Aylward's been the star of the game. 11 points and 5 rebounds in 8 minutes of action. She's back on the floor as we begin the second quarter. Most of the starters are back in for St. Francis. Adriana Acosta, the only reserve who remains in, as Kamari Jordan gets her first breather. This is Paige Gieske on the left wing on the Saints' first possession of the quarter. Nicole Davidson, pull up from the key, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds and last touched by Elwood. St. Francis comes up empty on their first try of the quarter. Titans basketball, and it's Caitlin Trenshaw leading the way. Trenshaw bounces down low to Fearman and overshoots her out of bounds. The 5th turnover committed by South Bend today. Saints are at just 3 thus far. Gieske into the corner for Davidson, up top for Acosta. Now Caitlin Aylward around to the right side. Gieske in the corner. Gieske tried to bounce it low for Aylward, but that one was well covered. An easy interception for Trenshaw. Fearman for 3, way off. Rebounded by Davidson, her 5th board of the game. And Caitlin Aylward is off and running. Nice transition defense by the Titans there. St. Francis has to slow down their offense. Gieske off the cut, banks it in. Paige Gieske has 4 points. Nicole Davidson picks up a good assist. 16-point lead, largest of the game for the Fighting Saints, but it's right back to 14. Jess Alexander finds Caitlin Trenshaw underneath the basket and picks up her first 2 points. Trenshaw, that is. Acosta over to Gieske and out to Markovic. In the corner, this is Adriana Acosta. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock now as Caitlin Aylward gets it against a double team. Out to Markovic, 3 seconds to shoot. Gieske for 3. Too strong, long rebound. Gieske brings in her own miss. Bounce down low to Davidson, and Davidson's shot will not count. Foul called on Paige Gieske on the drive. I think it was Jess Alexander who took the charge. Nicely done by Alexander, but a risky move just trying to take that charge. She's already at 2 fouls with 8 minutes to play in the first half. She would have been on the bench for a while if that call had gone the other way. But she remains in the game as the Titans walk it down the floor. Kylie Kubik down into the corner. This is Trenshaw spinning and passing back out to Kubik. Nothing so far today for Kubik, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the offense. Kamari Jordan stripped it, but knocked it off of Kubik before it went out. So the Saints have the ball with a 14-point lead. 7:40 to play in the half. Aylward down low to Davidson. Davidson fires it out to Jordan. Moving the ball around, pass deflected, right back to Gieske. Markovic, open look for 3, short, rebound to Gieske. Saints continue to dominate the offensive glass. Here's Davidson inside, does not get the roll, and a loose ball foul is called on St. Francis. Caitlin Aylward on the elbow, battling for that offensive rebound. It's her first foul, second on the team. Caitlin Trenshaw shadowed full court by Ivana Markovic. Trenshaw dribbles to her left, directing the offense. She bounces off to Goodson. Goodson's pass down low for Alexander. Does not find Alexander because Aylward had reached around. A foul on Caitlin Aylward. She's picked up 2 in the last 30 seconds, and now she'll have to check out because of those 2 fouls. It's a big loss for St. Francis. Aylward's been the best player on the floor so far today. And as for now, Adriana Acosta is out there. And Acosta is guarding Alexander, who drives, throws it up wildly and misses. Acosta comes down with the rebound. Kamari Jordan over to Acosta. Up top, Gieske to Jordan on the right wing. Down to 11 on the shot clock. Markovic bounces once, passes to Gieske. Kamari Jordan tries for 3 and knocks it down. Kamari Jordan's got 8 points on the evening. 26-9, St. Francis. This is Caitlin Trenshaw. T-A-I-T-L-Y-N. Taylor Wesley drives. Tries to bank it in, but misses. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good from Goodson. Goodson's got her first 2. Titans are back within 11, or within 15, I should say. They've scored 11 now. Gieske, corner 3, got it. Paige Gieske has had a nice game so far, 7 points. Go along with a couple of rebounds and an assist. Big lead for St. Francis as we near the midpoint of the second quarter. And an offensive foul is called on Jess Alexander. Reaching around the defender apparently. Wrapped her arm around her, and that's number 3 on her. So she has to check out. Vicky Gard is back in. That's a killer for South Bend. They're down by 18 already. They just lost one of their leading scorers, Jess Alexander, who will likely have to sit the rest of the first half and maybe part of the third quarter as well. Acosta bounces into the corner for Gieske. Trying to pass back to Acosta. The 2 were not on the same page. It's intercepted by Trenshaw. Trenshaw's blocked on the other end, but a foul is called on Markovic. 2 free throws coming up for South Bend. Markovic called for her first foul and the team's 4th. Titans are 2 of 4 at the line today. First attempt is good from Trenshaw, who does not miss often. She's 20 of 21 from the line this season. 21 of 22. Caitlin Trenshaw has 4 points. She's hit her season average there. 16-point game. Gieske finds Jordan. Jordan dribbles with the right hand and kicks it out to Markovic. 11 to shoot. Gieske back to Markovic. Over to Gieske, left wing. 6 to shoot. Saints have not been able to get the ball inside yet. Markovic fires down low to Davidson. 1 on the shot clock. Davidson gets it off, hits the rim, but can't get it to go. The rebound to the Titans. South Bend on the move. In the corner, Vicky Gard for 3. Good. Vicky Gard trying to keep the Titans in the game. And a timeout is called with 4:25 to play in the first half. It's going to be a full timeout. And the Saints will nurse their 13-point lead through it as Steve Brooks talks strategy with his team over on the right sideline. Saints 43% from the field tonight. South Bend just 22%. St. Francis has out-rebounded South Bend 20-11. It seems like the Saints could be leading by even more than they are, but it's hard to complain about a 29-16 lead at this stage of the game. St. Francis coming off of a tough loss on Saturday against Robert Morris. They led almost the whole way. They carried a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter. Ended up losing that game by 7. So, you know, Steve Brooks wants to keep the foot on the gas pedal today. Of course, they never in that game had a lead like the one they're enjoying right now. They've been up by as many as 18 points in this game. It was 29-11. But the Saints have shown at times this season a problem with keeping that acceleration going the entire game. So a big opportunity for them today to try to carry this through for 4 quarters. We have 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter, and they've got the ball. Paige Gieske around a screen to the right, finds a wide open shooter. Jordan hits the 3. That's the second or third time tonight that Jordan has been that open from 3-point range. You just can't do that when you're in opposition. It's a 44% 3-point shooter, and she takes a lot of them. Down low, Paige Avery hauls into pass, is a little high. She's able to get it inside, and she stays inside. 3 seconds called against Avery. She was able to pull that pass down and get it outside, but she didn't clear out of the lane. So it's a turnover, the 8th of the game against the Titans, who are being doubled up 32-16 late in the second quarter. Gieske winged across for Ivana Markovic. Markovic gets a screen and dribbles to the left side. Under 10 to shoot. Jordan, a little bit of space again. Trying to thread the needle inside for Acosta. Couldn't hook up. It's taken away. This is Avery. Out to Gard, open look. Vicky Gard, not this time on the 3. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by the team in gold. It'll stay with the Titans. St. Francis makes the substitution as Nicole Davidson checks out of the game, and coming in is Asia McConaughey, just the 4th time she's appeared in a game this year. We got a quick turnover. As the Saints now will go the other way. Titans couldn't get it in. No travel, goes right back to South Bend. 3rd traveling violation called against St. Francis today. They've all been pretty much the same thing. With mental mistakes, not recognizing where your feet are. It's been 3 different players. Paige Avery wearing the long black sleeves, picks up her dribble. Having some trouble getting rid of it, and it's nearly intercepted by McConaughey. The ball is loose. Acosta falls on top of it and flips it off to Kamari Jordan. With Asia McConaughey the assist on that steal. McConaughey inside, misses, but rebounded by Acosta. That's the first shot that McConaughey has missed this year. She had been 3 of 3 in limited action. Now 3 for 4 shooting this season. A little leaner goes down for Kamari Jordan. Ball stayed on the rim for a long time. Bounced around a few times and finally fell. Jordan in double figures with 10 points. Titan basketball. Here's the drive. The runner misses, and it's rebounded by Acosta. It was Aaron Guzicki's first shot attempt today. Saints have numbers. Gieske in the corner for Markovic. Markovic drives, lays it up and in. Timeout called by Indiana South Bend. It's a 30-second timeout. Saints have their biggest lead at 20 points, 36-16, a minute 45 to go in the first half. And the trends have held. South Bend just can't put the ball in the basket right now. They're 5 of 21 from the field. Vicky Gard, their leading scorer with 6 points, but she has not shot particularly well. Just 2 of 7 from the field. St. Francis has 2 players in double figures. Kamari Jordan's got 13 points. Caitlin Aylward has 11. For Aylward, that comes despite having sat much of the second quarter with 2 fouls. She picked up both of them in the span of under a minute. She's been sitting since the 7-minute mark here in the second. Paige Avery dribbling around Acosta. Nearly falls down, but is able to get rid of the ball before she traveled. Avery gets it back, nearly lost it out of bounds, but saves it to Wesley. Wesley on the drive, misses off the glass. Rebounded by Acosta. Jordan on the other end, bounces over to Markovic. Here's Paige Gieske. Jordan with 12 to shoot. Gets a screen from Akanachi and bounces off to Markovic. Final minute of the period. Jordan, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Markovic, open 3. It was on the mark, but a little bit long. And the rebound goes to South Bend. Guzicki bounces it outside. They'll work deliberately here rather than going 2 for 1. Here's Wesley. Little runner turned away by Kamari Jordan and pulled in by St. Francis. Gieske off to Jordan. 2-second difference between the shot and game clocks here. Saints can hold on for 1 shot if they'd like to, and that's what Steve Brooks is telling them to do. 12 seconds to shoot. Jordan fires it over to Gieske. Back to Kamari Jordan. 5 seconds. It's Markovic. Back to Jordan. Long 3 from Jordan. Rattles around but falls out. It's rebounded by Wesley, and the Titans will not get another shot off. That's how the first half will end. Great first half play from St. Francis today. They've dominated pretty much every minute of the contest. And with 20 minutes gone and 20 still to play, our score, St. Francis 36, South Bend 16. We've got 15 minutes of halftime coming up. I'm going to step aside. We'll be back to bring you the second half in about 15 minutes. 36-16, Saints lead. second half will start in just a few moments here at St. Francis. Terry Bonadonna back with you. Broadcasting from inside the Sullivan Center, where the Saints have a 36-16 lead over Indiana University South Bend. Nice start for St. Francis today. They got off to a hot shooting start, never really slowed down. They have led pretty much from start to finish. 20 points does match their largest lead so far today. Some of the key statistics: St. Francis has out-rebounded South Bend 24-13. They've shot 46% compared to South Bend's 22% through the first 20 minutes of today's game. Kamari Jordan leads away with 13 points. She's also got 3 assists. Caitlin Aylward, 11 points, 5 rebounds for South Bend. Leading scorer Vicky Gard with 6. Taylor Wesley and Tatiana Goodson are tied for the team lead with 4 rebounds. Two teams have switched sides, and it will be South Bend getting the first possession here as they are going from right to left. Jess Alexander, 3 fouls, back on the floor, and she's guarded by Caitlin Aylward, who missed the last 7 minutes of the first half after picking up her second foul. This is Alexander on the right wing. He bounces it towards the middle, now cuts back to the right. Long pass to an open shooter. Gard misses that three-pointer short, and Ivana Markovic comes down with the rebound. Nothing going right now for the Titans. That was a good look. Gard just couldn't finish it off. She's 2 of 5 from beyond the arc tonight. Kamari Jordan gets the pass from Paige Gieske. Jordan's been very good tonight, as has Caitlin Aylward, who gets the pass from Jordan but lets it slip through her fingertips, and it's picked off by the Titans. Jordan and Aylward both 5 of 9 from the field, the 2 double-digit scorers, as Gieske picks up a block. Loose ball secured by Goodson, and Goodson puts it in for the first 2 points of the second half. 36-18 our score as Kamari Jordan walks it down the floor. Off to Gieske. Freshman dribbles once to the right and passes off to Markovic. Markovic gets a screen, doesn't use it. She gives it up to Gieske. Bounce down low for Aylward. Aylward pushes her way to the hoop and scores. Caitlin Aylward now tied with Kamari Jordan for a game high, 13 points. 2 leading scorers on the season. Aylward averaging 16 points, 14.5 per contest this season for Jordan. There's a drive from Kylie Kubik, whose pass is deflected by Aylward, but right to Jess Alexander, who splits the defense but misses the open layup. And a loose ball foul is called on Tatiana Goodson. That's going to be her 3rd. Alexander made such a nice move to get to the basket there, but she missed an open layup. And on the ensuing battle for the rebound, a foul called on Goodson. So tough turn of events for the Titans. Here's Markovic in the corner. 2 minutes gone in the 3rd period. Kamari Jordan dribbles it towards the top. Swung around to the left side, Markovic, 7 to shoot. Jordan back to Markovic for 3. Short. Rebound secured by Paige Avery. One thing the Saints have not done well today is shoot from long range. They are 4 of 14 as a team. 2 of 9 if you take away Jordan. Good hands by Ivana Markovic, ripping that ball away from Jess Alexander. Caitlin Aylward picks it up, works it ahead. Markovic to Gieske, who lays it in. Paige Gieske's got 9 points. Saints pulling away in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Avery down low, fouled by Markovic. Paige Avery, 3, make that 2 points so far in the game. Looking for numbers 3 and 4 from the line here as Markovic picks up her 2nd foul. First shot is good. It's been an interesting offensive attack for South Bend all season. They don't really have a go-to player, but they've got 6 different players on the team averaging 7 points or better. Tonight, only 5 players have scored at all, as Avery makes both free throws. Their leading scorer, Kylie Kubik, scores 11.5 per game, is 0 of 1 from the field, 0 points tonight. Nicole Davidson's trapped and throws it away. That's Avery on the steal. Paige Avery dishes it out to Kubik for three, and there it is. As soon as I mention her shooting woes for today, or her scoring woes, she gets on the board. Her first three-point attempt. She's 1 of 2 from the field today. She makes it a 17-point game. Saints' biggest lead is 22. Gieske can't pull in the pass from Markovic. Intercepted by Avery. Ahead for Kubik. Kubik is fouled. It was just a minute ago I mentioned Kubik has not scored all game. Leading scorer this season for South Bend. And now here she is at the line looking for her 4th and 5th points. All of them in a row. After she hit a 3 on the last possession. She makes the first free throw. Second foul called against Paige Gieske, so she joins Caitlin Aylward and Ivana Markovic all with 2 fouls. Kubik is 2 for 2 from the line, and she will depart. Kylie Fearman back in. 7-0 run for the Titans, trying to get themselves back in this thing. Still a long way to go, about 16 minutes to play in total in this game. Davidson hands it off to Gieske, who nearly throws it away. The ball is loose. Picked up by Fearman, who gives it right back to Aylward. Aylward from the ground picks up the assist to Gieske. Gieske finishes with the layup. She's got 11 points. Not the way you wanted to see that possession start, but it sure finishes strong. Saints snapped a 7-0 run. And there's a foul called on Caitlin Aylward. That's her 3rd. Two fouls. You don't like to see Aylward picking that one up so far away from the basket. Well, that's the case here. She stays in the game with her 3 fouls. Here's Fearman. To the right side, Alexander. Jess Alexander working on Aylward. Backs up. Picks up a dribble, and just before the 5-second violation, gets rid of it to Fearman. 8 to shoot. Fearman shooting over Jordan. She's blocked. Kamari Jordan, nice defensive play. And Nicole Davidson sends it away from the double team. Now the Saints are on the run. Gieske in the corner. Drives, gets inside, lays it up. No, good defense by Tatiana Goodson, who picks up the rebound. Here's Alexander. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Bounce down low and out of bounds, looking for Vicky Gard. She overthrew her. It's a turnover for the Titans. Here's Ivana Markovic. Over to Kamari Jordan, and now right wing, Caitlin Aylward. Gieske. Markovic to Jordan. 3-point attempt for Kamari Jordan is good. Ivana Markovic picks up the assist, and a timeout is called. 4:34 to play, 3rd quarter. It's a 30-second timeout called by South Bend. Just as it looked like the Titans were pulling themselves back into the game. St. Francis has scored the last 5, and they extend their lead to 20. Ivana Markovic picked up the assist on the last possession. She's got 4 of them now. She's one of 5 Saints with at least 2 assists in this game. They have really been moving the ball around well. They've thrown it away a few times, 11 turnovers in the game. But 14 assists on 19 made baskets. Very good number right there for the Saints. South Bend has only made 7 shots as a team in this game. They're 3 of 9 on 3-pointers, 4 of 17 on 2-pointers, and the only thing that's even keeping them remotely close here is free throws. 8 of 10 from the line. Saints have attempted only 2 foul shots in the game. Still a big lead for St. Francis as the Titans take the ball out of the timeout. Paige Avery, just inside the 3-point arc, wings it into the corner for Fearman, and Kylie Fearman travels. The call could have gone a lot of different ways. When I heard that whistle blow, I thought she may have stepped on the baseline. She may have drawn a little contact as well for Kamari Jordan, but Most important thing is she walked. A couple of subs coming on as Guard and Avery leave the match for South Bend. Wesley and Vukovic back in. Saints recall Leah Sims as Paige Gieske gets a rest. Jordan double team and a foul called away from the ball. I think it's going to go on Jess Alexander. That's a stupid foul. I didn't see it, so I can't say exactly what happened, but the referee indicated there was a grab far away from the ball. That's Alexander's fourth. Nicole Alexander hits off the inbounds play. Alexander is on the board, her first 2 points of the night. Nicole Davidson's first 2 points of the night. Here's Vukovic on the outside. Trenshaw throws it off the leg of Caitlin Elwood, and we've got a whistle. It's going to go to South Bend here. Thierman drives with the left hand down the lane. Goes up a prayer and draws the foul. So a prayer, in a sense, is answered. Totally out of control on that shot, but bailed out by Kamari Jordan, who got her on the arm. 2 from the line for Thierman. First misses short. It's the 4th foul of the quarter, called against St. Francis. Adriana Acosta is in. Caitlin Aylward takes a seat. 22-point lead for St. Francis, matching their largest so far tonight. Down to 21. Thierman makes the free throw for Kylie Thierman. That's 3 points in the game. Ivana Markovic up top to Jordan. Back to Markovic. Over to the right side. 12 seconds on the shot clock. This is Jordan driving on Thierman. Now picking up her dribble and passing outside. Leah Sims for 3. In and out. Rebound knocked around, but brought in by Jess Alexander. Caitlin Trenshaw throws it off the foot of Ivana Markovic. Kicking violation is called. It'll stay with the Titans. 21 on the shot clock. Alexander drives the baseline. Reverse layup is good. It has not been a great night for Alexander. She's been in foul trouble all night, in and out of the lineup. Finally, she does pick up her first 2 points. Kamari Jordan tries the long 3 and misses. Rebound to Taylor Wesley. Alexander handling the ball. Into the corner. Thierman for 3. Too strong. Rebound knocked around, and Acosta has it. Nice work by Acosta, winning the rebound battle with 2 others. Here's Jordan. Around a screen from Davidson. Kamari Jordan fires over to Leah Sims. Back to Jordan. Left wing, it's Markovic. Down low, Acosta lays it up. No good, and the rebound's tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Titans. Acosta wildly took that shot. Looked like she was trying to draw the foul, didn't get the call. Just fired that shot up into the air. Went over the backboard. In terms of height, it didn't actually go over. Still Saints ball, 4 on the shot clock because Acosta did not hit the rim. Leah Sims does not hit the rim either. Rebounded by Taylor Wesley. Here comes Trenshaw. Caitlin Trenshaw down low, pulls it back to the elbow. Looking for help, finds Vukovic. Vukovic around the key, gives it back up to Trenshaw. Bounce down low for Vukovic, deflected back to Trenshaw, who misses her shot but draws the foul. 1:26 to play, third quarter. 19-point lead for the Saints, and the Titans have a couple of free throws.
Number 21, Adriana Acosta.
First foul on Acosta, team's 5th. So for the final 86 seconds of the period, the Titans are in the bonus. First free throw rolls in for Vukovic. She hits 1 of 2, and Acosta comes down with the rebound. Adriana Acosta has not scored in today's game, but she's now brought down 6 rebounds. Leah Sims swings it to the left. Ivana Markovic cross court to Kamari Jordan for 3. Got it. Kamari Jordan hits her third three-pointer of the game. She's got 19 points. Final minute of the quarter. Wesley passes to Alexander. This is Caitlin Trenshaw. Trenshaw across court, intercepted by Leah Sims. It's 3-on-2. Sims cuts it back to the middle, finds Acosta, and Acosta across court to Markovic for 3. It's good. Ivana Markovic knocks down her first 3 of the game. She's got 5 points in the contest, and the Saints have their biggest lead, 53-29. Titans can take the last shot of the quarter here. This is Alexander driving the center, laid up and in. Nice move by Alexander. 7 seconds to play. Here's Markovic, over to Sims. Sims with 3 seconds to Aylward for 3. No, just off the mark from Caitlin Aylward, but still a good third quarter for St. Francis as they extend what was already a big lead at the half. 53-31 is our score with 10 minutes still to play. I'm going to take a quick break. Back with the final period in just a moment. One quarter still to play, and so far it's been all St. Francis. 53-31 is the lead. Kamari Jordan, 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting. She's hit 4 3-pointers. Caitlin Aylward's got 13 points. Paige Kieske, 11. South Bend led tonight by Vicky Gard with 6 points, but she's just 2 of 9 from the field. Saints shooting 48% as a team. South Bend, 29%. Saints have out-rebounded the Titans 29-18. And that includes, for St. Francis, 9 offensive rebounds, 5 of them from Caitlin Aylward. Fourth quarter underway. Saints basketball. Leah Sims, Maddie Kennedy, Caitlin Aylward, Adriana Acosta, and Kamari Jordan on the floor. This is Aylward spinning through the lane. No, gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. Caitlin Aylward's got 6 rebounds tonight, all of them on offense. She's got 15 points now. Caitlin Trenshaw misses the layup. Saints take it the other way. With the big lead, Leah Sims getting a little extra action tonight. Here's Maddie Kennedy off to Leah Sims. Kamari Jordan, right wing. Sims wide open in the corner. Short on the 3-point attempt. And Jess Alexander comes away with the rebound. Well, ahead to Goodson, and Goodson throws it away. Backcourt, it'll go out of bounds. Titans look like they had a good opportunity right there. Goodson was a little tentative going up with it. Decided to reset, passed it to nobody. Maddie Kennedy inbounds to Leah Sims as we get back underway here. Saints basketball with a very healthy lead. Jordan still out there. Around a screen, moves to the right, passes off to Kennedy. Kennedy gets a screen to her left. Leah Sims on the wing. Sims picks up her dribble at the elbow, finds Kennedy at left side, 6 to shoot. Kamari Jordan to Leah Sims, she'll try another 3. In and out, rebounded by Paige Avery. Avery along the far sideline, pulls up at the 3-point line, dribbles off to her left, down the lane, up over Kamari Jordan, can't get it to go, and Jordan pulls down the rebound. Here's Kennedy, down in the corner for Aylward. Right back to Kennedy, who misses the layup but draws the foul. Good give and go there. Kennedy to Aylward, right back to Maddie Kennedy. Couple of sophomores sharing the ball. Caitlin Trenshaw called for the foul. First free throw good from Kennedy. She's got 4 points. Leah Sims checks out. Allie Hernandez makes her first appearance of the game. It's her 8th appearance of the season. Kennedy's got them both. 5 points for her. 8 minutes to play in the game. 26-point lead for the home side. And a travel called against Trenshaw. Dragged that pivot foot. She was trying to get rid of the ball, realized she didn't have the pass she thought she did. And that's what cost her. Here's Kennedy on the wing. Gets the screen from Aylward. Right back to Aylward. Spins around the defender and scores. Kaylin Aylward had 11 points, 5 rebounds in the first quarter. She had gone silent ever since, but starting to get going again. 15 for Aylward. Trenshaw drives around Hernandez, draws the contact and scores on the layup. 6 points for Trenshaw, make it 17 rather than 15 for Aylward. And Vukovic and guard will come back in for the Titans. Wesley and Goodson sit down. Trenshaw makes the free throw. It's a 3-point play. Kaylin Trenshaw has played well off the bench today. 7 points for the freshman. Kennedy stripped by Trenshaw and taken away. Ahead for Vicky Gard. Gard taking it in to Kennedy. Banks it home from the right side. Nice drive by Vicky Gard as she picks her first points of the second half. 8 for the game. Here's Hernandez to Jordan. Kamari Jordan leads all scorers with 19 points tonight. Hernandez around the screen. Fires into the corner. She's got Kennedy. Kennedy drives around Jess Alexander, but has the ball poked away from behind. Steal for Paige Avery. Guard thought about the 3. She'll drive instead. Kick out to the left side. Avery down in the corner. This is Jess Alexander. Alexander spins around Jordan. Jordan comes back with the block, but a foul called. And Alexander's got 2 free throws.
St. Francis foul number 14.
Second foul on Jordan. It's the team's second. Alexander misses on the first free throw effort. She's been playing the last 10 minutes with 4 fouls and has not picked up another. She's starting to get going offensively as well. No points in the first half. She's now got 5 for the game. Saints lead is 22. As Kamari Jordan walks across the timeline. Over to Hernandez. Allie Hernandez gets a screen going to her left, and she carried it. A lot of turnovers lately for St. Francis, and that is in part due to some subs being in. Their regular point guard Ivana Markovic, has been on the bench the entire fourth quarter. It is now 15 turnovers committed by St. Francis. Paige Avery on the outside. Avery crosses over to the left. Pull-up jumper comes up short, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by South Bend. Saints basketball, 5:45 to go in the game. Big lead for the Fighting Saints as they look to improve to 7-2 in conference play this year. It's all CCAC games the rest of the way. Jordan all alone, left side, tries another three, misses this one. Aylward picks up her 7th offensive rebound of the game, misses the putback attempt, and Acosta knocks that rebound out of bounds. Titans ball. Steve Brooks sticking with Caitlin Aylward and Kamari Jordan here in the fourth quarter. Rolling with 3 subs aside from them. The drive from Trenshaw, and Trenshaw draws the foul. That's the second foul on Andriana Acosta, the team's 3rd. First free throw misses. One more coming from Trenshaw. That's good. Cody Brand is into the game for St. Francis. Paige Gieske back in from the starting lineup as Maddie Kennedy departs. So 3 starters on the floor now for Steve Brooks' squad. This is Aylward. To Hernandez and Kamari Jordan. Aylward with 12 to shoot. Finds Jordan along the baseline. Couple of dribbles and kicked out to Hernandez. Gieske, 5 seconds to shoot. Against a double team, Gieske throws it away. Intercepted by Trenshaw, all alone, an easy layup. Hernandez across half court, and a timeout called by Steve Brooks. Saints seem to have this one well in hand. A 19-point lead with 4:40 to go, but Brooks trying to get their focus back on it here. They have not looked sharp in the fourth quarter. Remember, just 4 days ago, Saints were outscored by 11 points in the fourth quarter. In that game, they ended up carrying a lead into the period, but losing 67-60. Not quite the same situation here today, but still like to see the team finish strong. They've not really been able to pull it all together for a game recently. Last time they played at home here was a week ago today, a 50-43 win against Indiana Northwest, but that win came despite scoring only 2 points total in the second quarter. So there really hasn't been a game lately where they've just gone strong start to finish. For a top 20 team, as the Saints are, you'd like to see that a little more frequently. Next couple of games are going to be maybe their toughest stretch of the season. They're at Judson on Saturday. Judson currently tied with St. Francis for 3rd in the conference. And a week from today, the big showdown with number 4, St. Xavier. It'll be a 5 o'clock start time next Wednesday evening. Jordan over to Caitlin Aylward. Jordan on the left wing, deflected, gets it back. Here's Paige Gieske. Bounce down low for Cody Brand, out to Hernandez. One step in, jumper from Hernandez misses. Rebounded by the Titans. Here's Vicky Gard down low. Gard looking for the contact, no call. And misses underneath. Kamari Jordan looking for help, finds Hernandez. Caitlin Aylward back to Jordan on the right side. Cody Brand's pass deflected, or Gieske's pass to Brand deflected, but Brand chases it down. Now here's Aylward's step back 3-pointer, hits the rim but doesn't go. Had to put that one up with just 1 second on the shot clock. So here's Caitlin Trenshaw. She finds Bailey Carithers on the baseline. Carithers misses the jumper short, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and is blocked, but out of bounds. Kylie Fearman in for Vicky Gard. .322 to go in the game. 19-point lead for St. Francis. Inbounded to Jess Alexander. Here's Bailey Carithers. Carithers shovels it off to Fearman. Alexander gets the screen from Fearman, moving to the right side. Into the corner, Carithers. Picked up and back out to Alexander. 8 to shoot, Carithers. Shot clock is down to 4. Pass inside, Fearman blocked by Kamari Jordan, but a foul is called. That's the third on Jordan.
Foul call number 14, Kamari Jordan. That is their third personal. Team's
At the end of the shot clock, Fearman draws the foul and goes to the line. He hits the first. Kylie Fearman's got 4 points so far in the game. And they have all come from the free throw line. She's now 5 of 6 from the line. 5 points in the game, 17-point lead for St. Francis. Ivana Markovic is back in for Ali Hernandez. Like I was saying, Steve Brooks wants to finish strong, and to that end, he's bringing more starters on the floor. 4 of the 5 starters are in, but another turnover committed by St. Francis. Paige Gieske stepped on the sideline. Here comes the Titans. Caitlin Trenshaw shovels it off, deflected. Loose ball on the floor and a tie-up. Possession arrow favors South Bend. And a timeout is called. 2:39 to go. 17-point lead for St. Francis. They've been outscored here in the fourth quarter, 11 to 6. They got more turnovers, I think, in the fourth quarter than they have points. Certainly more turnovers than made baskets. They've not been sharp on the offensive side, but as I said, they've been bringing the starters back on the floor little by little. They're up to 4 starters in the game right now. Let's see how they come off the bench following the timeout. They'll stick with the 4 starters. Cody Brand, the only reserve in the game right now, along with Aylward, Jordan, Gieske, and Markovic. Well, let's see who Steve Bruce counters with. I didn't realize how similar 2 coaches' names were until just now. Steve Brooks and Steve Bruce. I was liable to get confused in a game like this. Alexander, Carithers, Goodson, Fearman, and Trenshaw, the trigger man on the inbounds play. And she does not trigger it fast enough. 5-second violation. Saints basketball. Here's Paige Gieske for the Saints. Markovic passes off to Gieske. Bounce down low to Aylward. Cody Brand to Kamari Jordan for 3. Got it! 5 3-pointers in the game for Kamari Jordan. Saints needed that one just to start to feel good about themselves again here. The runner misses from Trenshaw. Jordan comes down with it. 2 minutes to play in the game. 20-point lead. And a timeout called by Steve Brooks. He just wants to get some subs in. Asia Makondachi checking in. She's the only one. Cody Brand will sit down. Jess Alexander. Hard-fought game today for her. She stayed in there in foul trouble from the get-go. She had 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes. But she's been out there most of the way. And she sits down, likely for the final time. Taylor Wesley is back in for the Titans. Here's Ivana Markovic over to Paige Gieske. Markovic to Jordan. Jordan around a screen from Makondachi. Finds Gieske. Bounce down low for Aylward. Makondachi, elbow jumper, air ball, and out of bounds. Asia Makondachi 0 of 2 from the field today. She had been a perfect 3 for 3 this season entering play. Still a 60% shooting mark for the year for Makondachi. I'd take it. To the basket, Trenshaw puts up another one and in. 12 points for Trenshaw. She's been Probably the most impressive player for Steve Bruce's squad today. 5'2" freshman guard from Napanee, Indiana. Came in averaging under 4 points per game. And she's got 12 in this one. They only score in double figures in this game for the Titans. 9 on the shot clock for Gieske. Jordan bounces low to Aylward. Aylward, nice move on Goodson, but misses. And it's rebounded by Wesley. Final minute of play. It's a doubleheader today. Remember the men's game against South Bend coming up next, so stick around for that. Trenshaw loses control of the ball, and Gieske picks it up. Saints will run a little bit of clock here as they look to salt away their 11th victory of the year. Markovic in the corner for Jordan. Shot clock down to 12. Game clock under 30. Jordan makes her move to the right. Steps back. Fires inside. McConaughey lays it up. No, but she's fouled. Asia McConaughey going to the free throw line. She'll get her first attempts from the line this year. She hits on a first. Asia McConaughey getting just her 4th game action of the season. Sophomore out of Marion Catholic High School. Hits them both. 64-44, 17 seconds to go. Kaylin Aylward jumps into the passing lane and steals it away. And she's going to pull it back out and let the clock run down to 0. Shot clock is off. Game clock down to 5 seconds. Kamari Jordan will take the final few dribbles of this one. There's the buzzer, and this is a final. St. Francis 64, Indiana South Bend 44. Very impressive from start to finish today for the Fighting Saints. After they faltered in the 4th quarter in their last game, showed a little bit of sign of slowing down in the 4th quarter today, but turned it back up at the end, and were able to walk away with a big 20-point victory. Let's take a look at some of the final stats in today's game. Saints outshot the Titans all game, ended up at 43%. South Bend at 32%. Saints with 32% from beyond the arc. That was pretty much entirely Kamari Jordan. She went 5 of 10. The rest of the team 3 of 15. South Bend 3 of 10 on three-pointers. One decisive advantage for the Titans came from the foul line, where they were 15 of 21. St. Francis 6 for 6. Saints out-rebounded the Titans 36-26. 17 turnovers to 19 for South Bend. Leading scorer in today's game was Kamari Jordan, 22 points on 8 of 14 shooting. She also had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 17 points for Caitlin Aylward. She tied with Andriana Acosta for a team-high 7 rebounds. Ivana Markovic led the way with 5 assists, adding to her 5 points. Caitlin Trenshaw came off the bench for South Bend with a team-high 12 points. Vicky Gard had 8, but on just 3 of 11 shooting. Their leading rebounder, Taylor Wesley and Tatiana Goodson, each had 6. And Kylie Kubik led the way with 2 assists in this game for Indiana South Bend. With the win, St. Francis improves to 11-6 overall this year. They are 7-2 in conference. They entered play today, tied with Judson for 3rd in the conference at 6-2. Judson in action right now at Olivet Nazarene, who came in at 8-0. So it'll be interesting to see the final score in that game. St. Francis will see Olivet Nazarene here at home on February 14th. There's one other team that is undefeated in conference. That's St. Xavier, 8-0 in CCAC play this year. St. Xavier's at home tonight as well. And we will see St. Xavier next week. St. Xavier actually on the road, at Trinity Christian this evening. But we'll see St. Xavier next week, Wednesday night, 5 o'clock start time. That's a big game for St. Francis, a chance to really make a statement as they try to string a few quality performances together. It seems like all year it's been 2 steps forward, 1 back for Steve Brooks in his first season with the Fighting Saints. They've had some really impressive games, wins against number 1 Marion, a 7-game winning streak actually at one point this year. But every time it seems like they're really getting on a roll, they have a really tough performance like the one on Saturday against Robert Morris. But an impressive 20-point win today. They're now winners of 3 of their last 4 games, and it's good to get on a roll now because we're going into a tough stretch at Judson on Saturday and at home against St. Xavier next Wednesday. That will be our next broadcast of St. Francis women's basketball next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. A few more totals from today. St. Francis outscored South Bend 28-18 in the paint, 24-15 off of turnovers. The one area South Bend had a big advantage, 18-7 on the bench. St. Francis, good ball movement all game, 18 assists on 25 made baskets. Nice game for St. Francis today as they improved to 11-6. South Bend falls to 12-7, 3-6 in conference. They're showing they've got a good record. They've already outdone last year's win total. They finished with 11 wins last year. They had a long way to go, though. They came in with a similar record to St. Francis, actually a little bit better than the Fighting Saints, but really we're not in the Saints class in this one today. We'll see if things turn around for South Bend. We do not see them again this year on the schedule, but Saints and Titans could match up in the conference tournament in late February. Time will tell how this season plays out. Again, our final score here, 64-44. The men's game, St. Francis against South Bend, coming up next, so stick around. Part 2 of the doubleheader is right around the corner. Our next broadcast of St. Francis women's basketball is a week from today, 5 o'clock. Hope you join us for that. Until then, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off for the University of St. Francis from the Sullivan Center in Joliet, Illinois. Good night, all.